Right then team, today we're going to go through 3 exercises that are going to be a staple in any push session or any time I'm warming up for the bench press. The first one is going to be a PVC passover, or we're going to use a band to do the same thing. So with your PVC pipe, go nice and wide. The whole goal for this is to keep your elbows and your arms locked out. So you want to touch it from like your stomach all the way to your back. My advice is always to go reasonably wide to start with. The wider you go, the kind of easier this becomes. And then if you find that super easy, we just want to start to work our hands in a little bit as we get to the point where there's like a little sticking point as we go overhead. So as we work our hands in, gets to this point, it's a bit of a sticking point now. What you'll start to feel is a stretch on your chest. Another bit of place you'll feel a stretch is on your wrist. So try your best to keep a full grip while doing this. That's movement number 1. Again, if you need to, because you don't have the shoulder mobility, you can use a band. The helpful thing with the band is as you pass overhead and pass past that sticking point, your hands can go wider, which will allow you to get all the way back down to your back and come all the way through and touch your stomach. The second movement is going to kind of help challenge some stability, okay? So that's going to mobilize our shoulder joint. We're now going to get some stability involved. So as you set up, you want to go in a half kneeling position. We are going to do a bottoms up press, okay? So kettlebell's going to come up into this position here. The main goal for this is your elbows stacked underneath your wrists. The position that I want you in, 9 times out of 10, is going to be in front. Okay, it's going to get your scapula and it's going to get your rotator cuff to work as we stabilize, as we press this overhead. My opposite leg is up, so if I'm pressing with my left hand, my left knee will be down. I'm just going to press up nice and tall. Straighten my arm out, control on the way down. So big press up nice and tall, control on the way down. If you find this quite difficult, it could be helpful to press in front of a mirror or in front of something so you can see yourself, because having that visual can also help to keep you and help stabilize you. So control, big press up nice and tall. So that's movement 2. Movement 3 is going to be a movement that's going to help us to control our shoulder blades and control our scapula. So if you think about it, you have your shoulder blades and you have muscles that connect from your shoulder blade to your arm. Doing a movement like that is going to help challenge that. This movement is going to help to keep those muscles that attach from our shoulder blade to our rib cage. So we're going to basically warm up our serratus. Our serratus is a muscle that attaches basically our ribs around the front. It kind of looks like rib muscles here. Comes all the way around our ribs and attaches onto our scapula. What you want to do in a pullover, the reason I like using a kettlebell is just the way it loads and in the way it keeps your elbows in a neutral position. You're going to hold on to the horns of the kettlebell. You're going to set your back kind of where the bottom of your scapula are. So you want to set up in a position where you can keep your chest up towards the ceiling, but you want to drop your hips down. So hips are low, chest is up to the ceiling. I've got hold of the horns here. Make sure our arms are straight, so keep your elbows in the same position the whole way through. Allow the movement to solely come from your shoulders. So all the way back and all the way back through there. Each time I'm doing this, I'm keeping my hips low and I'm almost allowing my kind of ribs to flare up even more. Those are my 3 top movements when it comes to setting up for or warming up for a bench press or any push session. Again, it's going to help mobilize the joint we're after. So our shoulder joint is going to help stabilize those muscles. And this movement here is also going to not only help with our scapula and stabilizing that, it's also going to help with getting a little bit more range of motion or a little bit more movement and mobility when we go into that arch position for the bench press. My name's Charlie. This is Hack the Body, Hack the Mind. We will see you on the next one.